Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name is Mo, I'm 29, working on me and my husband's financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. So in this video, we're gonna be going over the first paycheck for the month of August. Happy August, yay! Literally new month. If you haven't already, make sure you guys get you a monthly budget. And if you haven't seen mine, make sure you go check that video out. But yeah, do a monthly budget, some monthly goals, do all the things. New month, it's not a new week, but you know, new month, new you. So yeah, in this video we're gonna go over the first paycheck budget. This is gonna be for my husband and myself. We are budgeting it out, meaning the numbers might not be exact, but a couple of things I do want to go over. First things first, if you don't know, your girl's on her 5,500 subscriber journey. The goal is to get 5,500 YouTube subscribers before the end of this year, 2024. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys click that subscribe button. And then another thing, very important, even more, way more important than some subscribers, but again, I'm grateful, is to make sure you are registered to vote. My husband and I, we registered in the state of Louisiana a couple years ago. We decided to go online and check, and it says we were inactive. For what reason, I don't know, but it's important to make sure you guys are actually registered to vote. What we did was just go online and literally Google Louisiana voters registration, like how to register to vote. And we're able to put our information in, and then it tells you whether or not you're registered, inactive, or whatever the case may be. So make sure you guys go do that. Okay, let's get into it. These are printables. These, I have them on Paper by Mo. They are selling, but I don't actually sell physical stuff anymore. So you guys can go check these out. I did get a question, where is the calculator from? Amazon. I do have a storefront if you don't know. Okay. But yeah, these are printables for the paycheck budget, and then transactions on the back. And I like to write hard, so we will be writing on some paper because it's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what she does. So we're gonna pull this to the side and go here. So we are using a Pilot pen. This is the Pilot Precise V5 rolling ball pen. It is in the color purple because it has ink. So that's what we're working with right now. Something with ink. Okay, I think it has ink. It looks like it barely has ink. Let's see if it works, you guys. Paycheck number 1, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, it's the 8th month. I know. Why do you have to count on your fingers? I don't know. Okay, so we do zero-based budgeting usually. So that means that every dollar has a job. So we're gonna go ahead and say we're starting out with $0. That just means that there's no money sitting in our account, hypothetically. Now we do have a little bit of spare money that's sitting in our account, but we don't really count that too much because it's just for if something happens, and it might be $50 or $60, but again, we don't add that in. Okay, so if you don't know, I am a full-time salary employee. My husband is a full-time hourly employee, so that means that my paychecks, you know, can fluctuate. But when it comes to my paychecks don't fluctuate. My husband's paychecks do fluctuate because he's hourly, and it depends on, like, I don't know if he clocked in at 7 a.m. or 7:10 or whatever the case may be. So my paychecks are usually the same. Let's go ahead and say my amount is $2,396.01. And then my husband's paycheck is usually about $1,600. So we get paid bi-weekly. So 2 checks a month for him and myself. Usually, however, August we do get paid 3 checks, and then he also gets a commission check. Okay, so this is how it usually goes. Okay, also, this is kind of random, but I got a comment saying that we were high earners, and listen, please speak up great things on our lives. Like, I'm so grateful for the money we make. My husband and I both are. We pray every day, you know, just showing gratitude. But we are not high earners. High earners are people who I think make $300,000 or more a year, okay, like per person, not per couple. So this is a lot of money. This is the most money I have ever made. This is the most money my husband has ever made. But we are not considered high earners, so thank you guys. But like I said, I appreciate you guys speaking it on my life, you know, all of our lives, actually. I will take that and hold it tight. But we are not high earners. Okay. So when it comes to fixed expenses, these are simply our bills, right? These are supposed to be the expenses that are not going to change. However, do we do it like that? Not per se. Because I do put electricity in fixed expenses, and electricity does fluctuate. So when it comes to rent, we split our rent in two. I really want to explain this because I don't think a lot of people understand this, because on my previous videos, people are like, make sure you have first the rent for September. So because we're getting paid, let me see if I can show you guys via the actual calendar. Okay, so you guys can pick up what we're putting down here. So here's the calendar, right? We get paid on the 2nd, we get paid on the 6th, and we get paid on the 30th. Well, because we get paid on the 30th, people are like, well, you're not going to get paid in September until 2 weeks in, so you need to have your rent money. That is so true. When you get paid like this, depending on how you have your rent set up, you need to make sure, or how you have your payment set up, you need to make sure you actually have your rent money. So sometimes that third check needs to go to the rent for the next month, right? I get the logic. Here's the thing. That rent that's $804, this is for the next month, right? When we split our checks, when we split our rent in two, because it's $1,607, but we save $1,608. When we split it in two, it's not for the month we're in, because we get this first check, right, on the 1st or the 2nd of August. I should have put the 2nd. And then the next check won't be till the 16th. That would mean that we would be late for our rent. So I just want to explain that in order to do what we're doing, we had to save our first months of rent when we moved here or when we move wherever first. So then that way we're able to actually prepare. I hope that makes some type of sense. So when you see we put down rent, it's not us paying for the month that we're currently in. It's us paying for the month that's coming up. So I say a lot to say we're going to be fine when the month of September is rent, because we're putting the 804, or we're putting our rent towards it, or money towards it. I really do hope that makes sense. And this is not us actually paying it. Everything gets paid here except the rent. What we do is we put it in an account that our rent comes out of, and then when that deposit or that automatic payment, goes through, the money's there. So I hope that makes some type of sense. I'm so grateful that you guys are so concerned and looking out for us. I appreciate that. I 10 out of 10 recommend people split their rent up, but it does take the privilege of having the money out to start. So maybe you got to save or do something like that. So yes, because if it was $1,600, that would be a lot of our, first checks. And when we moved here, we weren't making as much money as we're making now. So again, we're privileged and blessed and thankful. We definitely do work for this money, for the money that we're making. It just, we wouldn't, it probably wouldn't be as easy if we were just putting rent on one check. But yes, this is for the next month. So we will be fine for the month of September. You guys let me know in the comments, how do you guys set up your payments? Do you pay for the month within the month? Like, I don't know how that works. I know you can do it. I know you might be late. I think you got like the first 3 days or something like that. So, or 5. I think our apartment complex does 5. I don't know, you guys. Don't hold me to it. But yes, okay, moving on. Electricity, we have it on a paying scale because we do live in Louisiana. It is New Orleans, and it is hot, and we pay a lot in air condition if we don't. So the paying scale is usually about $130, $140 a month. When I say it's worth it, I mean it's worth it. I know people have controversial opinions about that, but yeah, when we first got here, we moved here in the summertime, and our bill was like almost $300. It was ridiculous. Actually, I think it was over $300. So the 140 works best for us. The internet costs us $51.50. We have some subscriptions for $22. People are like, oh my gosh, what subscription are those? Great question. We do the 99 cents a month Hulu plan that they have on Black Friday. Love that. 10 out of 10 recommend. We also have like Apple Music, stuff like that. And then Apple Storage. Apple Storage costs money. Then my husband's student loan is $300. My student loan is $197. We have a YMCA membership that's $71.10. And then we also have car insurance, which most people have. I just found out it will be going up. So next month will be going up. This, again, all of these bills are for this month except the rent. I think I need to do a better job explaining that type of stuff moving forward. But you guys ask great questions or make great comments on the videos, so I'm very grateful. Okay, then we have the life insurance. This is for my husband and myself. It's $104.28. It's not split evenly down the middle because it is more money to insure a man than it is a woman. These are going to be all our bills. I'm pretty sure we do not have couples therapy. If you don't know, we would go to couples therapy once a month, just for guidance, because we are newlyweds and I've never been married before. He's never been married before. We've never done this type of thing. So yes. Oh, phone bill. That's what I'm missing on here. Let me put the phone. This is why you just gotta go look sometimes. So internet subscriptions, O loans, Mo loan, car insurance, life insurance, phone. Okay. Let's put phone. Okay, so when it comes to the phone, this is my mom's phones plan. I think it's $179. Let me go see to make sure. I didn't have it. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, it's $179. Yeah, it's my mom's phone plan with AT&T, boo. But my husband, his dad kicked him off the plan, which is cool. He's like, look, you're old, you're married. So we added my husband's phone. So it's me, my mom, my husband. And then I got a new phone. My mom got a new phone. I wasn't too happy. I'm not going to lie about it. But I had my phone for 5 years. And my mom had her phone for 5 years. And my mom is one of those people, like, if you don't spend money while you're alive, you're never going to spend it. She's one of those. But that's okay. So the bill is kind of high, honestly. But it is what it is. So there's 804 plus 140 plus 51.50 plus 22 plus 300 plus 197. And these are just our student loan bills, okay? We obviously put extra if you don't know. Plus 71.10 plus 210 plus 104.28 and then plus 179. Okay, so that's $2,078.88. So back to the car insurance, it's gonna be going up like $40, and I'm just not thrilled. It really does make me mad. If I'm being honest, it pisses me off because our cars are older. I think we have 2016s. Okay, they're paid off, and we don't get in any accidents. Hopefully, knock on wood, fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything's crossed. But like, you still got to go up and pay more money. I'm just like, I don't know. I am shopping around, but what I've realized is all car insurance companies are kind of doing the same thing. And I have a Hyundai, so Hyundais, they are not, a lot of companies like State Farm will not insure a Hyundai because, you know, the likelihood of it being stolen or something like that. They're just, I don't know. It's just rough out here. Okay. So $2,078.88. And then we're going to go ahead and subtract $3,996.01. That's going to be $1,917.13. Okay. $1,917.13. So we're going to take it from fixed expenses and we're going to move on over to variable expenses. You guys, I'm about to rant because I'm so excited. So my husband and I have been complaining, or struggling, I should say, in the food budget because food is not the cheapest. But I've been doing more pasta. I'm just not a pasta girl. But when I say it'll save you some money, I mean it will save you some money. I'm so excited because we are actually well under budget for July. I'm gonna do a closeout the next video, but we're well under budget. One, two, we also been doing cash, and I know it's easier to keep track of the cash because it's on hand, right? In comparison to just swiping our card. Now, what I will say, a lot of places do not take cash. It does make it hard. Like if, let's say you were to go to Walmart, if you're at the self-checkout, you actually have to wait in a line. Sometimes I did go to the self-checkout in Walmart. There's a couple of things we go to Walmart and get, like maybe chai tea. There's some stuff that like Aldi doesn't have or whatever Sam's Club doesn't have. They took cash. The self-checkout took cash and they gave me cash back, right? Like I gave them a $5, maybe I needed $3 back. They gave it to me in change, y'all. I had walked around with a purse full of change, and it, I don't know, but I mean, I guess beggars can't be choosers. Okay, so $50 for fun, and then I have my fun. This is, again, like if we do any recreational sports, my husband, maybe nails. I do want to get my nails done. We are taking our honeymoon next month. So I don't know. I got the nails is rough for me because they get weak, Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. They get weak, and mine are really weak, so I don't think I'm gonna get them done, unfortunately. But yeah, and the gas 40, and then food 200. So this is gonna be cash, and so is the fun money. I'm gonna come back on the sinking funds. I'm gonna do everything else first and then come back. Then we have give. So let's talk about this. So my husband's friend from college, actually a pretty close friend for him, his father recently passed, unfortunately, and this is, like I said, a good friend for him. We all went to college together, but more so his friend. His father passed, and he was of older age, and this was his last parent that was alive. So he has a GoFundMe because unfortunately he didn't have a life insurance policy. A 10 out of 10 recommend everybody get life insurance. If not just for you, for your loved ones, for when you're no longer here, they can, bury you or support you, and it won't be an inconvenience. But yes, he wasn't able to have a life insurance policy, so now he's doing a GoFundMe. So my husband and I are going to give him $200, but we're not going to do it on the GoFundMe. We're going to actually cash app him the $200. I found out through my tax person that GoFundMe's is the amount of money it's a couple of things. I know for sure that they take their own dip out of it, so they get their own portion. But then I also know that when it comes to taxes, that is considered income. So if you make $10,000-$15,000 from GoFundMe, they add that to your income. So I don't know how much they do for Cash App, but I just told my husband we'll just give it to him via Cash App because why not? Why not? Okay. But this is why, I feel, because I do get the question a lot, oh, why do your paychecks change? Why isn't it the same all the time? This is the reason. Different things happen. We did not know that my husband's friend's dad was going to die. We didn't know he didn't have a life insurance policy. So we know that we're blessed to be able to make enough money to help somebody else out. So giving him that $200, it wasn't planned. Stuff happens and they're not planned. So, and I'd rather give out of our paychecks than out of our emergency fund, because emergency funds are for emergencies. And yes, somebody's parent dying is an emergency. This is going to sound harsh. It's not really our emergency. And unfortunately, we live in a hurricane city. When it comes to stuff, I don't know, so $200 is something, that we're comfortable with giving and we can give. So there's that. Okay. I'm going to add these up. This is 200 plus 80 plus 100, 50 and 50, and then we're gonna plus 200. So right now that's at 580. Okay, and then this is at 582, and then this is at 2078.88. Okay, so it's at $3,240.88, and then we're gonna subtract $3,996.01. So we have $755.13 left over. So what we wanted to do was 755.13. Okay, minus 4. Okay. So we wanted to give our sinking for $400. I just wanted to make sure it was going to be kind of okay. Because the goal for August is to give our student loans $5,000. I know, it's ambitious. Y'all know me. If you don't know me, hello. I'm Mo, and I am ambitious. But we got stuff that we're trying to put our money to for sinking funds. For example, Thanksgiving trips. My husband and I are splitting for, he's going to go to our home state with his family for Thanksgiving. And then my family I was born from, is going to come here to New Orleans. So I'm hosting. So we need money. Okay, we need money. So yeah, we're trying to get it together because he got to buy a ticket and flights aren't cheap. 400 plus 200 plus 100, 50, 50 plus 80, 40, 40 plus 200. That's going to give us $980, darling. I think so. I feel like I should write it all over again just because I know sometimes I mess up. I'm human. So that's 200 plus 40 plus 40 plus 100. Okay, that's 380. And then we're going to plus 400. And then we're going to plus 200. That's 980. Okay. Also, another reason why I was going to close out July now for this video, but I didn't. My husband and I are trying to figure out, we are so under budget. We are so under budget with food that we have $100 left, okay? So we were just trying to figure out where we were going to put that $100. I know people are going to say, oh, put it towards your student loans, obviously, right? But the other thing is, like I said, we're trying to get our life together as far as getting our money together for all these sinking funds and stuff. We haven't done too good of a job saving our money, like for Christmas, Thanksgiving, things like that. So we're trying to get that together first. 937.13. So we shall see. I'm excited to see what we end up doing with it because we haven't decided yet. Okay, so $937.13 is what's left over. Our IRAs, the goal for the month is $1,000, okay? But because this first check is bill heavy, we're only going to do $291 for each person. So $937.13, and then we're going to subtract $582. Now we have $355.13. Okay, left over $355.13. So when it comes to student loans, we're gonna give all of that $355.13 to our student loans. We're gonna total that out at $355.13, and we're gonna say our remaining is gonna be $0 because we're zero-based budgeting. Usually my husband's check is higher. I just give him a base of $1,600 just because, you know, you never know. This is gonna be for our cash. So that's what I'm gonna put. Okay. Cash. Because cash helps us. I don't like cash budgeting. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing it for 2 or 3 years straight, but it gets the job done. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. We don't do our gas in cash because I love Sam's Club. It's cheaper, y'all. So then fun for him and then fun for me. We also don't do our sinking funds in cash. We keep those in accounts. And then the give, we're just gonna be cash apping it to a friend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you're registered to vote. I will see you guys in another one. Bye.